Have you ever been there? You are highly motivated to start learning a new language. You grab your phone, open the App Store to find a good tool, and you're instantly completely overwhelmed by the massive amount of choices. Nowadays, there are so many options out there that it's incredibly hard to make a decision. Over the past 2 years, I've tested a lot of different language apps, and today I want to share with you my personal top 5 apps that really helped me to take my Japanese to the next level. I'm not saying that these are the absolute best ones out there, but for me, they are very useful. I know Duolingo gets a lot of criticism in the language learning community, but personally, I find it incredibly useful for my daily routine. What I love most about Duolingo is the variety. It simply doesn't get boring. In a single lesson, you switch between audio exercises, pure vocabulary training, and learning characters. You build sentences, listen to short conversations, and answer questions about them. This means you train listening, reading, and typing all at the same time. Plus, they roll out regular updates to keep things fresh.
教室はどこですか？
どうしよう。僕のパスポートはどこ？ここにないんだ。
ビクラム？
カバンの中にもない。そしてジャケットにもない。
めぐみさん、どうして大人はたくさんかざり付けをしますか？
Of course, it's not perfect. The grammar explanations are definitely a bit short. While they did improve this in the latest update, I would still say it's very hard to learn Japanese grammar using only Duolingo. However, it is fantastic for playfully expanding your vocabulary. You can use it completely for free, but in my opinion, the constant ads get way too annoying over time. Personally, I use Super Duolingo on a family plan. I only pay about €20 a year for my share, which is honestly next to nothing considering I use it every single day. You can use this one in the free version without any issues. For a long time, I resisted the idea of just solidly memorizing vocabulary. It always gave me those dry, boring vibes of vocabulary cramming back in school. But the further I progress in my learning journey, the more I realize I just need that extra targeted vocabulary practice. The app works on the classic spaced repetition principle, just like the physical flashcard boxes from back in the day. New or difficult words land in the first compartment and are practiced daily. Once you get them right, they move to the second compartment, tested every 3 days, and so on. The review intervals get longer and longer, until the words are deeply anchored in your long-term memory. The app also reliably reminds you exactly when words are due for review. It's very easy to add your own new words. For the review, there are different methods you can use. My absolute favorite review mode is writing, because it forces me to actually type out the word myself. This pushes me to actively practice my kanji, rather than just guessing through multiple choice or matching games. Another huge plus, you can have the words read out loud. Super helpful if you ever forget how a specific kanji is pronounced. This next one is my absolute favorite discovery. Wagotabi doesn't feel like a learning app at all. It feels like an authentic retro game. Visual-wise, it totally reminds me of the classic Pokemon games. I paid a one-time fee of €5 for it, and it is worth every single cent. You create a character, virtually travel through Japan, and complete various quests along your journey. You help local villagers, take exams at temples, and learn an immense amount about Japanese culture and language along the way. By the way, the main storyline is actually based on the tale of Momotaro, which is one of the most famous traditional Japanese fairy tales. It's so much fun, but it's also challenging. Alongside the mini-games, the grammar explanations here are also good. It includes a detailed dictionary with great extra context for each term, as well as a built-in kanji book. It's just amazing to explore Japan playfully while absorbing so much knowledge.
佐伯さんはお城がないですと言いました。いらっしゃいませ。
おはようございます。
トマトが多い。小さい人参だ。
私においしい人参を渡してください。おいしい野菜を私にくれてありがとう。
Readle is my go-to tool for training my Japanese reading comprehension. It features articles covering a wide range of cultural topics in Japan. The app offers a handful of free articles, while the rest are behind a subscription. Personally, just reading the free articles every now and then is completely enough for me. The app supports your reading process very well. You can listen to an audio recording of the text and toggle furigana, the phonetic reading aids above the kanji, on or off as you please. If you run into an unknown word, you can instantly save it to practice later. Best of all, after reading a story, there's a quick quiz to check if you actually understood the content, along with breakdowns of keywords and the core grammar used in the text. Migii JLPT is the perfect app for taking mock exams for the official JLPT. The exam simulations are structured to be extremely close to the real thing. You can try out practice exams for free and unlock further tests via in-app purchases. You can choose between quick mini-tests, full exam simulations, and dedicated vocabulary tests. If you notice you're struggling in one specific area, the app lets you train individual components of the exam completely on their own. An absolute must-have for targeted prep. If you make any mistakes during a learning or test session, you can easily review them when you're done. You won't just see the right answer, but you will also get a detailed explanation of why it's the correct choice. Oh, and by the way, besides the JLPT, you can also use this app to prepare for the NAT test and JFT.
玄関はどうなりますか？玄関は掃除してありますから、スリッパを並べてください。今日来る人は4人です。それから靴はこの上に絵を置いてください。動物の絵じゃなくて花の絵です。
So, that's it. Each of these apps serves a completely different purpose, and this specific mix is what makes it perfect to me. But now let me know, what apps do you use for language learning? Please share your experiences in the comments. Of course, I'm not only studying Japanese by using apps. In the upcoming videos, I will show you what else belongs to my learning process. So thank you so much for watching and see you next time. まったねー。